you want to find out how I make this green juice that I love this much, then stay tuned for the recipe in this video. So to start off, you're going to need your greens. Here I have some lettuce, cucumber, cilantro, and lemon. I gave them a good rinse before beginning. And now I'm just starting to put it into my bullet. Any high power blender will do, and a bigger one would be a lot more ideal. Here I'm using this small bullet, so I have to go back and forth several times to get all the vegetables blended, but that's okay because it still does the job. Pretty much you're just going to blend your greens with a little bit of water, and after some blending you can add in more greens because they'll go down in size and you'll have more space in your blender if you're like me and tight for size. And next you're going to strain out the smoothie, I guess, you just made of greens. You're going to strain out the pulp of the smoothie to just get the juice out of it. So here I'm just using my hands to press out the juice from the rest of the mixture. And once you get down to the end of all the juice that's in there, you can tell because the pulp will be very dry, and then you're just going to scoop it out and set it aside. And repeat the process all over again. So here I'm doing lettuce first, but you could use any greens. You can use cabbage, kale, spinach, any greens you want, or other vegetables. You can do beets or carrots, anything you like. With those root vegetables, you actually have to add more water just to get them blended. And here you can also see me shaking the bullet to get the lettuce to move around so that it'll blend easier. But if you have like a Vitamix, you can just use that little stick to move it around and make sure everything gets all blended nice and smooth. The more blended it is, the more juice you'll get out of your vegetables. So yeah, make sure you're getting it all nice and blended. Here I'm adding in the rest of that lettuce to get it that final blend. Now back to straining. So here I am just using the back of my hand to press down on the mixture to get out all the juice, and all of the fiber will remain in the strainer. Okay, here I'm just showing you how I cut off the skin of the lemon. You don't need to cut off all the skin, but the majority of it you want to cut off before juicing it. You can also use an apple. Typically I add an apple to my green juice, but I just didn't have one on this day. So here I'm throwing in a bunch of cilantro, some cucumber, and lemon into the blender with some water. I'm just going to start blending again. I love adding cilantro. It's a must for me in my green juices. You can add any other herb that you really like, but whichever one you do like, maybe it's basil or parsley, but I really enjoy cilantro in my juices. I just like the flavor. And it's very good for you. All of these greens are extremely good for you. This is essentially medicine that you're having when you have a green juice. It's the best thing you can do for yourself is get all these nutrients in, and it's super easy on your digestive system, not having to go through any of the fiber. You're just going straight to the nutrients. So once you just have all the juice out and the pulp begins to get really dry, I put more pressure on it to get the last bit of the juice out. It would obviously be easier if you had an official juicer, but they're extremely expensive at times. So this is an easy way to make a juice without having to own a juicer, because a green juice at most health stores out there is also really overpriced, and you get a very small amount, and usually they water it down. It's not as good as it would be if you just made it at home. So once you've finished, you'll have your end product, which is this fabulous green juice. Here you can see how much juice that actually made me. And I'll drink this whole jar for breakfast. Delicious. Now I'm just taking the pulp and showing you guys that I toss it into plants, and I don't have a garden, but if I did, I'd compost. But I just toss the pulp out into the soil to give back to the plants. I love this green juice for breakfast, lunch, or dinner really, but mainly breakfast for me. And I eat it alongside an avocado, of course. Eating plant fat alongside the juice helps your body to digest all of the nutrients in it, and will also help to keep you ultra satisfied. So definitely get some sort of plant fat in with your juice. Enjoy, guys. Peace out.